What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're talking about cheapies. I know you guys love some good cheapies, and no Middle Eastern stuff, no specific clones or anything. We're going to do a different video for that, but these, in my opinion, at least at the recording of this video, for which you can get them from discounters, is a phenomenal collection of 10 of the best cheap fragrances for men out there. So let's discuss them. Stay tuned. One that still surprises me how cheap you can get it. In the $30 range, $30 to $40 range, you can get a beautiful tropical coconut fragrance from Issey Miyake called Fusion D. Yes, they have an extreme and it's a little bit more rich and warm overall, but this has that by the beach in the middle of summer freshness that I just love. I actually prefer the original slightly over the extreme. You can get both for like $75, $80. Redundant, sure, but they have different uses. It's just got that sunscreen, sweet coconut type of feel. It's a little breezy, has that feet in the sand type of vibe to the aroma. A little bit of spice, very fresh overall, a little touch of woods, but it's really the star of the show is this beautiful coconut. If you like the sunscreen type of smell, you'll enjoy this. That may sound off-putting to some, but when you smell it, it's just such a beach vacation vibe with decent performance. I'm talking around the 6-hour range in longevity on my skin. Nothing crazy, but nothing super weak either. So if you're looking for summertime vacation in a bottle, check out Issey Miyake Fusion D. In my opinion, the best version of Mont Blanc Legend would be Mont Blanc Legend Oda Parfum. It has gotten more and more affordable as time has passed over the last couple of years. 50 ml goes a long way with me. I've never been unhappy that I don't have a bigger bottle. 50 ml, like I said, plenty. Has this nice rich fruitiness, this slightly aquatic and ozonic freshness from some violet leaf, a little bit of musk and spice that the DNA is known for with a touch of woods. This is very alluring and intoxicating. It's not as kind of loud and screechy as the Eau de Toilette can be, or even Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce itself, because this does smell in the same vein of Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce's DNA. It's a lot smoother, higher oil concentration. There's slight changes to it that don't make it the exact same fragrance. I think it's overall a much more alluring take. Yes, it's a great evening scent, better in the cooler weather, but it's not so heavy that I don't think you can rock this one anytime, especially if you like the more alluring and attractive to the ladies type of scent profiles. For the money, it's hard to beat with above average performance in the realm of 8 hours on my skin. You might want to check out Mont Blanc Legend Eau de Parfum. As simple as I'm about to explain this is as simple as the fragrance actually is. You can find this fragrance in the mid-20s to mid-30s range from discounters online. They pop up at rack stores. The bottle changed, but the fragrance didn't. It's Hugo Reversed from Hugo Boss. This is a beautiful, sharp, bright citrus grapefruit smell with some fresh woody vetiver. That's the two main things you're going to smell. It's that simple. It's citrus and fresh wood. It's beautiful. It's not a great performer. It's like a 5-hour fragrance on my skin, which, again, nothing crazy, but not the weakest fragrance out there. It's not going to be an 30 minutes bro type of fragrance, as you'll see with some feedback on the internet. Of course, everybody's experience is going to be a little different from one another. 5 hours, I think, is totally fine, especially for the price point. I don't mind refreshing. Great year-round if you want an attractive freshie that, you know, everybody's just going to enjoy how you smell. If anybody says anything about how you smell, it's going to be positive. I can't imagine anybody not liking the way this smells. It's fresh grapefruit and soft, fresh. It's just fresh citrus and woods. A citrus, woody, aromatic type of fragrance that will definitely get you some compliments here and there. Nothing's guaranteed, but a damn good fragrance for the money, in my opinion. Hugo Reversed. Any longtime viewers would kind of look at it as blasphemy if I didn't have this fragrance in the video, and don't worry, I would not dare, because a goated cheap fragrance, in my opinion, one of the all-time greats would be Acqua Essenziale Blue from Salvatore Ferragamo. I'm such an advocate for this fragrance. Any newer viewers to the channel, there's a reason I say long-time viewers would be upset with me, because I've recommended this one a lot over the years. A lot of people have taken my advice and tried it. Admittedly, there's no guarantees you're going to love it the way I do, but it's my favorite affordable blue fragrance ever. One of my top 2 or 3 blue fragrances. And I don't just mean the color and the name. Blue typically in this space means, you know, high level of versatility with some synthetics, things like kind of mass appealing stuff that everybody can like. But this one's a little different because you do have some citrus, you do have a little bit of an aquatic feel, but it's a aromatic, powdery, lavender, sweet tonka bean type of smell. There's some cypriol oil that offers a little bit of a slight earthy green tone to kind of ground the scent to where it's not too powdery, with a woody nuance in the dry down. Really good performer. I definitely get in the range of 8 or 9 hours of longevity on skin with, you know, solid hour and a half to 2 hours of really good projection before it calms down. This is one you can wear year round, though. Not my favorite in the summertime because that powdery nuance can make it a little much in high heat and humidity. But the rest of the year or indoors in a climate controlled environment, this is a stud. You can wear this one for anything and everything. And like I said, it's a goated cheap fragrance in my opinion. It's Acqua Essenziale Blue from Salvatore Ferragamo. Citrus, pepper, bright aromatics, a little soapy, clean and musky. It's hard not to like. It's my favorite from the brand Coach. It is Coach Open Road at the recording. This is one of their newest releases. They did add a new flanker in the Coach for Men line, the green fragrance. This is released right before that. This kind of has that minty, fresh, aromatic, floral feel. A little bit of a geranium smell is what I'm getting at here with black pepper, a little bit of citrus, a slight creaminess, a touch of powder. Not much at all, with some woods. A peppery, aromatic smell. I'm just a sucker for that. Fresh, spicy, easygoing, great daily wear, hyper versatile kind of stuff. You can literally wear this one for anything year round. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Paintball jersey, Oxford, whatever. Yes, I'm wearing an old school 32 degrees paintball jersey. Just felt like throwing it back today. But if you've never smelled this one, you can get it for a really good price these days. I'll have links to everything down below for you guys to check out if you're interested. But if you want high level versatility and you like a little bit of a peppery smell in your fragrances, that makes this one kind of a must try because it's one of the better ones in the price point, in my humble opinion. Let's get this to focus, shall we? That being Coach Open Road. Now this is for the guys that like the floral fragrances. If you like iris, you don't mind sweet, Homme Le Parfum is awesome. You can get this in the mid-30s to $40 range. See that Le Parfum right there? It's dark colored juice. No. This isn't your dad, your uncle, or your grandpa, depending on your age. It's not their Homme. No. It barely ties to that DNA. Sure, it's sweet, but it's not a synthetic mess the way I feel about Homme. This has a nice praline, earthy, floral, lightly powdery smell at the top. It's two-staged for sweet and floral. So you get this praline kind of like dessert-like sweetness at the top with a little hint of spice hiding in the background. But the florals here kind of have this violet smell. It's a little earthy floral, not super powdery. Then it transitions greatly into a soft, creamy vanilla, soft, powdery iris smell. So it changes from one sweet floral to another stage of sweet floral, and it's a monster performer. This is the strongest fragrance in the video. Mindful of these sprays, guys. But damn, it smells good. It's one of the best smelling for sure. I think this had to be in this list. It kind of really adds to the level of variety here. It's not just mass appealing and versatile fragrances. This is a bit more situational. This is more cooler weather, evening appropriate. And this is for those that know they like sweet and powdery. Some guys look at that as very feminine leaning, and sure, versus some of these other ones we talked about, yeah, this is more feminine leaning, but this takes your game to another level with a fragrance like this. So worth checking out, and it's cheap. That's always a bonus, right? Homme Le Parfum. All right. Enough of that sweet and powdery stuff. Let's get to some fresh aquatics. We haven't talked about aquatics. For the money, this is so much better than its previous fresh citrus fragrance. That being Jimmy Choo Man Ice. That got some love for a long time, but I think Jimmy Choo Man Aqua is the better buy these days. A little bit of spice from some cardamom, sea notes. It's got this marine aquatic sea note as it's called. A little bit of citrus, soft wood. It's basically slightly generic, super mass appealing aquatic. I think for the DNA, because it's been done to death. This type of fragrance has been done to death, but I think this one in particular for the $35 to $45, even $50 range, I think would be the way to go. It will remind you of fragrances like YSL, the original Eau de Toilette, if you've ever smelled that, mixed with a little bit of Jimmy Choo Man's DNA. Great atomizer. It just smells so good. It's a slightly spiced, musky aquatic fragrance. Watery, marine, aquatic, fun, compliment getting, light blue kind of fragrance. The color of this bottle in juice is very fitting. Very fresh, airy, summertime appropriate blue fragrance. But you can wear this one year round, especially if you're in a warmer climate and you just like what we call freshies. This is a great freshie for the money with decent performance too. I get around 6 hours of longevity on skin. Not winning any performance awards, but also not breaking hearts with, 30 minutes and it's gone, bro. You'll notice a theme when I say that. I'm kind of picking back at those that say that, because this is definitely not a 30-minute fragrance. I'm not saying you won't smell it for 30 minutes. Who knows how quick your nose will wear out, but this is one of the better cheap aquatics out there that I've come across in a while. It's Chu Man Aqua. How about something great for the fall? You ever tried any tobacco fragrances? This is a great entry-level tobacco. It's called Tobacco and Tonka Bean from Banana Republic. Yes, a Banana Republic fragrance. I think this is the best fragrance that Banana Republic's ever put out. So it is somewhat similar to a much more expensive private blend fragrance from Tom Ford called Tobacco Vanille. But here it's much more ice cream type of vanilla smell from the Tom, like a vanilla bean, slightly powdery. But you have this earthy tobacco type of smell. And I don't mean hefty like pipe tobacco or cigar tobacco. It's a much more mass appealing, easy to wear tobacco fragrance, as long as you like powdery. I know there's a few powdery fragrances here, but kind of my style. I enjoy that. This one's super popular, has a lot of hype behind it too. It smells like vanilla ice cream, and then as it transitions down into the dry down a bit more, you get a slightly more leafy, earthy type of smell from the tobacco. Rich, easygoing, compliment machine. You can find this one for around 20 to 23 bucks from rack stores. Check your Burlingtons, for example. And then online, you're going to find it for about double that. But even at double that price point in the 40 some odd dollar range, this is a great pickup. This is a great option for somebody that wants to kind of dip their toe into powdery and or tobacco. I think this is an awesome option. That's why I had to include it. Again, that's Banana Republic's Tobacco and Tonka Bean. In my opinion, the classic of classics from the 1990s. I just recently opened this bottle because I just recently finished a 30 ml bottle. I've been through many bottles over the years of this. It's like a childhood favorite for me. It's Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. Now, this admittedly is probably the weakest fragrance in this video, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. I get like 3 hours on my skin pretty much every time I wear it. But it's got this fresh, spicy, slightly bitter, juicy green smell. Citruses, this cactus note. There's a little bit of woods here also. This has that, collared polo type of vibe to it. Sure, you can wear it casually with a t-shirt, but I think that semi-casual type of apparel, just everyday golf shirt, polos in general on up to Oxfords, I think this is an awesome daily wear, signature scent worthy type of fragrance for a lot of guys out there. 90s in a bottle, very much a 90s themed fragrance. It came out in the mid 90s. Tommy Hilfiger's heyday and rise to prominence was the 90s, and this just screams the 90s to me. My childhood, I'm a 90s kid. I was born in 85, so I grew up through the 90s, and this is as nostalgic as it gets. Some people will tell you CK1. Some will say Issey, Miyake, L'Odyssey, pour Homme. Most will say Acqua di Gio or Acqua di Gio, as they like to say. Totally get it for all of those, but for me, this is 90s in a bottle, and it's still a great fragrance to this day, and it's super cheap. Around 20 to 30 bucks, you can get a big bottle. This is a 50 ml of Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. Last but not least, we got classic meets modern with this particular scent profile. Old school, spicy, aromatic, aftershave, barbershop type of stuff with a little bit of this fresh, boozy feel and a vanilla dry down. It's Drar Intense from Guy Laroche. $25 to $30. You can get 100 ml of this. Performance is great. 7-8 hour range and longevity on my skin. Quite the projector for about 2 hours. Even the CIs that's left behind when it calms down, still smell yourself really easy. Very masculine scent profile with some modern nuance. It's classic man meets modern man. There's kind of a marriage of the two scent profiles here to make something great, in my opinion. This came out, I want to say, in early 2022, the very beginning, maybe even in 2021. I don't remember exactly, but underappreciated, underrated. I've been wearing it recently. It's been in the rotation. Wife's a big fan of this one because a timeless masculine scent profile, you can never go wrong. No, you're not smelling like grandpa. You're not smelling like an old man. You're smelling classy. You're smelling classic. You're smelling timeless. Smelling like a man. You know what I mean? Definitely worth checking out. It's Drar Intense from Guy Laroche. Well, that's a quick 10 of what I believe to be, at the recording of this, 10 of the best cheap men's fragrances, affordable men's fragrances that you can get for under $50 USD from discounters online, such as the links down in the description, and rack stores like your Marshalls, Ross Dress for Less, TJ Maxx, Burlington, Belk, and all. Always check those if you're looking for fragrances on a bargain, and always cross-reference with what you can find them from discounters online so you can get the best price. Do your research and do yourself a favor at the same time. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. What's some of your favorite cheapies? Was this video helpful? Any people newer to the channel here or newer to the hobby? Definitely comment down below if you found some value with this video. Long-time viewers, always love hearing from you guys. Definitely comment down below. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the 10 I discussed in this video and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.